Peace family, peace family. We back with another one for sure. Um, First off, I'm gonna start with peace to the family, peace to all my loyal subscribers, peace to anyone just keeping up, trying to raise their vibration, raise their, knowledge, because just like I'm trying to learn every day, that's what we should be striving to do, learn something every day, so we can progress. Um, Definitely gonna let y'all know we got some sage burning today, so don't think I'm smoking. I'm kind of smoking, but not smoking, okay? But with that being said, like I said, thanks to all my loyal subscribers. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the family. We are a strong family, building up every day, building up, you know, with every interaction, of course. So, with that being said, I do got a little music playing in the background, just trying to freshen it up, trying to not switch it up, but we're just trying to add the elements that need to be added. I usually put the outside air energy inside my videos. I put a little bit of the today's fire, with a little sound. Just always trying to keep yourself fresh, keep yourself, you know, in the loop, but still it's always a surprise, so you never know type stuff. But yeah, man, it's crazy because like whenever we get these urges or these that sound in your head that's telling you, um, it's telling you basically not the future, but it's telling you there's something inside your vortex that you need to pay attention to. So, I think yesterday, well, actually the day before yesterday, I had like an all day fast. I think the most I ate was like a couple of cashews or almonds or something, just like something real slight, and the rest was just all water. So I did that. Um, Definitely a good experience for sure. I recommend everyone at least sometimes go on the fast to just like help yourself appreciate. I think that's the frequency that most people need to be on, is the frequency of appreciation, because true appreciation can get you a long way. Like, I feel like a lot of people these days is just unappreciative, and we take a lot for granted, which means that you're gonna miss a lot of opportunities that you could have, received if you was more appreciative. Let's say somebody do something nice for you and you're not really appreciative. What you're gonna be doing then is sending out a frequency of that, you know, you're not appreciative, you're not thankful for the blessings that the creator gives you. I mean, you the creator, but still, it's always higher levels to everything, of course. Cause that's what be making us gods, because we can actually create out of thin air. So with that being said, like I was saying though, I was so like not surprised, because I know that my manifestation is gonna happen. That's why they be happening. But cause I know my last vid, like I didn't even like, I posted it and haven't been on really looking at my page at all. So when I did look, I'm gonna tell you how my first, I was smiling so hard. Not so much because of the numbers, but just knowing that my intentions that I put out actually manifested. Because even if y'all look at that video, I was saying a lot of positive things as far as like my affirmations and things like that. Like these things that you gotta do every morning, because we create our own days. You think that someone else is controlling your day, but really you controlling your day. You picked the job that you wanted, and you picked the things that you're doing currently. Through, obviously you manifested that, even though you might not have wanted that exact thing, you still ended up manifesting that because that's what you was putting out there, that you wanted that certain type of thing. See, me, when I wake up, I let myself know I'm wealthy. I let myself know I'm healthy. I just let myself know all these positive things about myself, because every day you wake up, you telling yourself who you are. So that's why the pharaohs inside of their, the temples, they would put these signs all around them to remind them who they were. Except for, instead of words, they use pictures, because they spoke through pictures. A picture can tell 1,000 words. Same thing. So basically, when that was happening, whenever they soul left out of their body, they was able to see those scribes on the wall because they glowed. Basically, they glow. The scribes that's inside the temple walls, they glow in the other dimensions, because, like a lot of people have spoken in the past, during a certain time, when you're on a certain frequency, everything glow. That's why they be like, you glowing. It's because you're glowing, because you're putting off a certain type of frequency. So whenever the pharaohs went inside of this other dimension, or this other layer, then the walls glowed around them, and they was able to read their story and kind of know. That's why you take the stuff that you learned here, and you are able to transition into the afterlife, or the other, whatever you want to call it. Because that's all you can take with you is knowledge of self. So that's why when you're here, you're supposed to be learning as much as you can about self. So that's what you take with you. But even when you take it with you, during that process of just like transitioning from this life to the next, it can be a mind-boggling thing. So that's why even the pharaohs, whenever they did it, they would still leave themselves messages, because even the great pharaoh, goes through the experience just like we gotta go through. It can't be, like I said, it can't be mind-boggling. So that was just to keep you grounded and keep you actually knowing what's going on around you, like literally. Because the scribes were all around the temple. So basically, with that being said, you have to tell yourself who you are every day, and tell yourself positive things about yourself. Because with Dr. B. Serious, he had said, I think you get about you get a lot of sales every day, like millions of new sales every day. They have never experienced this realm. And you're basically, each cell is an atom. It's a creator. It's creating the day. It's creating what's around you. So when you put out a vibration telling yourself that, oh, you gotta go to work, when you gotta go to work, you slouchy, you don't wanna go there, your vibration probably go down, because you don't wanna, you doing something that you truly don't wanna do, you're not happy doing it. So that's why even yesterday when I had told somebody, I'm just telling them, just like, whatever you be doing, be happy doing it, and it's gonna multiply, it's gonna be fruitful. Of course it has to be fruitful, because it's something that you love. It's just like taking care of a flower or something from a seed. Like if you really take care of that flower, if you really, really take care of it, then it's gonna come out from the seedling or the sprout all the way up to a beautiful flower. And just like you were able to focus, because that takes focus. Taking something from a seed to a whole plant, you have to be focused on what you really want. In a plant, it wants to grow, so that's what it's gonna do. It's focused. It's only focused on it. It's not focused on what's happening around it. As long as you got sunlight, water, it's not focused on what's going on over the gate, like truly. So that's why you have to be homed in on what you really want. So that's what's gonna come into fruitfulness. Because even if what I had said in another video, what got you rich in one reality might not get you rich in this reality, and certain realities end where new realities start. So that's why you have to always be open-minded about, yeah, some people can do the same thing their whole life and become fruitfulness, but that's not for everybody. Like, that might be the reality they was meant to stay in. Some people are in certain realities. Some people are reality shifters and jumpers, meaning that, like I said, what worked in one reality, because yesterday's a reality, today's a reality, tomorrow is a reality, this year is a reality, because that's why you can look back at certain pictures and jump back to that reality, because that was a whole moment, that was a whole, people always be like, I want to go back to 2019 or whatever year was your favorite. But that was a whole reality in your mind, that was a whole reality. And you enjoyed that reality but even when you was in that reality, you probably was like, you weren't even enjoying it like that. But then when you look back at it, you like, I want to go back to that moment. But even when you was in that moment, you wasn't happy, So it's all about being happy in the moment. Like, I could either, I'm gonna put myself out there because, like I said, this is my page. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I could be not happy about what I'm receiving right now. And then a lot of times people be looking back like those the best times of my life. But then whenever they was in that moment, like, I didn't have beautiful women, like, for real. And you be with them and you don't want to, you want to be with them, but you're not with them, in a way. But then you can look back a year later and be like, dang, I really had a good person. I really had a good soul. Like, I didn't know. I mean, even though you did know, I done did it before too. You just don't be appreciative in that moment. Cause I done had some of the most beautifulest girls, and like I said, just like, as far as in relationships with, or, even just, interacting with in that type of way. But it was just like, in that moment, I wasn't happy with, with them or that position that I was in, even though it was a wonderful position that a lot of people don't even get to experience. Like, the fact that I got to experience a pretty girl and, have fun doing whatever we do type thing. A lot of people don't even get to experience that because of how the world is. I'm just appreciative that I was put in a certain position to be able to experience these things, because everybody don't get to experience it. But when you're on a high vibration, you're gonna experience what high vibrational people experience. Like, no question about, they just say everything around you has a certain type of vibration. And if you want to attract certain things, then you have to be on a certain vibration, because you can get it, but you're gonna keep it. And that's about keeping your vibration at a certain peak that you want the things around you to be. Because I remember staying in an apartment and stuff. Now I'm in a house. But I remember in the apartment, y'all was with me during that experience too. Like, not everybody, but it was a good amount of people who was watching my content around the time when I was just going through my transition from one reality to the other. But what I do remember and noticed was that I was keeping myself on a certain vibration. I was doing the things that people with more do, You have to be doing what they doing to receive what they receiving. They're just like, do bad, receive bad, do good, receive good. Not so much if it's good or bad, but just the whole aspect of what you're doing. It's all about how you feel. Do you feel like that's what you would be doing if you was in that position, Not so much worrying about what somebody else doing, but what would you be doing if you were in that position? And that's when you're gonna start jumping to the reality, where you wanna be. Understand? Because everything that you've ever thought about, you've already done it. You just haven't experienced it. So whenever you want where the soul that you're in has not experienced it yet. So let's just say you like, I want to paint a picture. As soon as you think of that thought, it's already manifested. So basically your job is just to make it come from because all thoughts happen in higher consciousness, or higher vibrations, or like I said, a higher consciousness. So what you're doing is thinking. Whenever you're thinking, you're reaching up into the astros and you're pulling it down, because ideas come down like so whenever, like I said, you think about these, what you're doing when you think of something that you haven't done yet is actually reaching up into the astros and pulling down the reality into your thoughts. So it just said, like I said, you want to paint a certain type of picture. What you're going to do is basically focus on how you want it to look, and focus on that so you can get a more, because everything is just at the same time. So even that picture that you're thinking of, it could be drawn a million different ways. All you doing is you bringing it to a certain vibration, because right now it's gas. It's like vibrating at a very expedient rate. Right now we are vibrating at a slower rate than that idea. So you take it from the ethers, you bring it down, you put it on 2-dimensional, and then it could become 3-dimensional based on what you do with it from there. Because you can take a picture and make a sculpture. So you're taking a 2D and putting it into 3D. Just like they showed you in Spy Kids. He had drew the picture of who he wanted, then he put it on that like a copier or something, and then what came out? Somebody came out like a 3D version of themselves. So even they show us, like I was saying, like they show us a lot in movies. It's just like, if you want to see it in that perspective, or it might not make sense. It didn't make sense when I was watching it when I was freaking 10, 11, but it makes sense now, you know. And if I went and watched that again, it'll make more sense, because there are, with these secret societies and stuff, there are certain programs and certain programs, like I was saying, like it's just like things like that do exist. It just is, you gonna believe that they exist, you know. There are societies where they teach the kids these certain type of techs, high tech stuff, because I mean that's gonna have the future anyways, is high tech. I think even Elon, like his kids, they like in a certain school and certain, they using the best technology, they using the best everything around them, because obviously they had Elon. Their sponsors, Elon, you're gonna have the most up-to-date technology that there is. Because when they get to the masses, man, that's old news, that's old tech. Because they was talking about that foldable phone for so long, and then it finally just had came, but they had been talking about it for like 5-6 years. It been was created, but by the time you get it, it's old now, and it's something newer. So that's why you shouldn't even get excited about too much, none of this stuff, because it's old. You getting excited about old stuff is, mediocre to me, because it's like, no need to be stressing about money, because even if everyone not paying attention to the news and stuff, it's still happening. Like, other countries are switching currencies, and we don't really know where this gonna lead us, where it's gonna lead us on the actual spec. Like, we don't really know, because it's gonna take a second for it to manifest, but it's already happening around you. See it's happening. If you're paying attention, like I said, if you're using your third eye, you're paying attention, you're gonna see these things before they even come to your front door. So even with that, it's happening around you. You see these people switching currencies, and everybody's still going along with the regular program, but you're gonna have to make that transition regardless, because things are going to change. Regardless if we want them to happen or not, it's gonna change, because it just has to. Because with this currency switch, it's just like, what's gonna happen? We haven't experienced this. We've been in the lead for so long that I don't think we truly know how. I don't even think the country or the government know how this going. Well, they got some predictions, of course, predict, but I don't even think they truly know the effects of this yet. But I feel like it's gonna be a slow decline, definitely like might as well pull out the parachute, have that slow decline because we were at the top of it, but we gonna float. We gonna naturally float down because that's one thing that was helping us. Yeah, we still the superpower in the army and everything like that. That's until they challenge that too. You gotta challenge. I don't wanna put no spark no fear into nobody or nothing because truly I don't. They gonna have to drag me to an army. You feel me? Like I will fight for certain things, but I'm not just gonna fight just to fight. You feel me? My fight is my fight. You know, I don't got no dog in a fight that I'm not trying to do. You know, so just like with that being said, just like whenever cause you know I know that they not enjoying seeing everyone switch over Indonesia. It's so many people switching over their currencies. It's crazy. I ain't I ain't seen it before. Nobody's seen it before. So we don't really truly know how it's gonna affect our lives, how it's gonna affect our family lives, or anything like that because it's something so new. And it's crazy because I had told somebody probably like a year ago. I'm just like, I had a vision. Like everything was, it was a lot of um, like a lot of businesses that closed, like as far as car dealerships and stuff like that. And it was just like a lot of the signs and stuff was Chinese and stuff like that. And it was just kind of awkward to me because I just, you never see it. Yeah, I hadn't seen it in this reality, but with it unfolding, the more that it unfolds, the more I understand what those mean. That's why it's good to write down your visions or your dreams because when we think about a dream, you think about something. They painted this picture of what a dream is so much that even when you say a dream, it kind of sounds like something that maybe can never be obtainable because the dream just sounds so. Because even when you dream, you think you going to somewhere else that's not here, but what you're doing is just looking at different layers. Because I had thought about this the other day, which was so crazy. But all right, okay, so we on third dimension, so we can see three-dimensional things. Understand? But the angels and the whatever you want, the energy, certain energies are on a certain higher vibration. So just like how we can interact with 3D, which is all this around us 3D, because it's solid. We can see it. Things that are on high vibrations, they can see what's on that vibration even more than just like we can see solids, liquids, gas, plasma, energy, even though they are on different vibrations. But let's just say you go to the fourth, fifth dimension, it's gonna be different vibration that you're interacting with and that you can't see at that point. So let's just say you on the fourth dimension, you're on a high vibrational field, you're gonna be able to interact with this way different. The air around you is gonna be moving slower because you're on a certain vibration where you're at the same level with it's not air at that point. It's more of a different element because it's the vibration of that thing changed. So it's not even it's still the same, but it's in a different perspective, which was a crazy thought to me because I was like, what if we go to the 56th dimension and like the air around you is slower, so you can kind of play with it in a way because it's not solid no more, or it's not invisible no more because you're at a vibration where it's more slower, so you can see it. So you'll literally be doing this, and I'm quite sure you'll be playing with. Like right now, I can't see what I'm doing, but if I was at a more higher vibration, I'm quite sure I'll be moving particles, and I'm moving right now. I'm moving elements, just like how when the smoke is there, you can see that you're hitting through it and all that. On a certain vibration, you'll be able to see that the air molecules are moving slower, so you'll be able to manipulate those type of elements. That's why the angels and stuff can manipulate the things that we see in this field because it's able to change certain vibrations around you. Because even if you can't see them in certain vibrations that are affecting your mood, the way that you see the day, it's a lot of things. That's why your angels protect you from certain elements that are in the air, because they can see these things, they can interact. That's why you gotta continue to give them strength, continue to tell them to protect you, because even though you can't see these things that are around you, it's things that are in their vibration that they can see that you can't see. So you have to naturally give them the appreciation that they need so that they may help protect you in this physical. Same way that we do when we interact with things in this field. We help ourselves and our surroundings so that it may be easier for ourselves. But I'm quite sure that there is someone right now at a lower vibration praising up to us. Because like I said, we are in the 3-dimensional, but you got a 2-dimensional body. You got a 1-dimensional body. You got a 10th dimensional body. And we all are you can be in alignment with everybody, everyone helping everyone, because in this physical, I help you, the God, in this physical. So right now you're manipulating the 3-dimensional, but there's somebody manipulating the 4th dimensional, the 5th dimensional, the 6th dimensional. All you're doing is graduating each time to go up into those higher fields, because that's why they can fly and all that, because they understand that higher dimension. They have seen those higher dimensions. So that's why when somebody, cause I just had seen what was that movie I just had seen? It was a part 2 to it was a scary movie. I just had watched it the other day at the movie. That's crazy. I forgot, but yeah, family, man. I cannot think of that movie right now, but it don't even pretty much matter. It's just like, what do matter is that whenever certain possessions happen, people be on top of the wall and all that type of stuff. Is because the thing that got inside of them at that point, it knows those other layers to because whenever you transcend I'm gonna call it the shadow realm and all that, but it looks exactly like this realm, but it's different because it's like a shadow. So you're not gonna have no light. You're not gonna have certain things that we have because it's a shadow of this place. And just like the shadow of anything, it don't have all the elements. It don't have everything that you would expect it to have. Like it'll have a refrigerator and all that, but the cereal would be old. Everything would be like, it's the shadow of it. That's why I've been watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh and all that. And it definitely goes into depth about the shadow and all that. I recommend people go watch Yu-Gi-Oh. It tell a lot about cards and different things to kind of change your perspective on. I mean, I know we grew up on it, so I mean, either you know or you know, or you could go back. It could be somebody like me who like to do a little research. Go do that. Go watch a couple of episodes of that. And just listen and try to, because they tell you, but it's spread it out, so you gotta watch a good amount of episodes to really get a feel on what's going on. They start telling you about shadow realms and cards and monsters and cards. It's just like, but if you're looking at it with a closed mind, then you're not gonna see it. But that's what you do whenever you're doing certain type of rituals and stuff. You're summoning these spirits, you're summoning protection. And when you summon these things, it's somebody who protects and guards those fields. If you ask for protection, it's a certain, just like we got the army for our protection. So they know to call an army when we need protection in this dimension. But in the higher realms, you call on certain deities and certain people that's gonna help you protect yourself, because it's a fight that you can't see. But if you don't think that fight exists, then you will never even try to protect yourself in that field. But if you know that it's a fight happening, then you're gonna be doing more to protect yourself, right? That's why I'm burning this sage. It's certain elements inside of this scent that protects you and lets your senses know. Just like you could be asleep and smell smoke, and your body gonna wake you up because you ain't supposed to be smelling smoke. That's like a scent that your body reacts to, like, okay, that's not supposed to be happening. So that's why when you burn certain scents and things like this nature, it's gonna it's gonna automatically open up certain pathways in your brain that you're not even aware of, that's helping you protect yourself naturally, because it's like a trigger. It's a chemical, so it's a trigger in your brain, and it release certain chemicals, and then you're gonna be protected. That's why, like I said, the elements up there can see certain elements that we can't see. You might see it as smoke, and another realm it might be glowing, and it might have words on it, like you don't know that. But I know that these are certain type of things that help me, so I like to spread it upon the family. And today was just a spill day, man. Family, y'all know I get on here, I just start spilling, like literally just start pouring out my higher consciousness. They be ready to let the family know what's really going on. But yeah, I ain't gonna make this video too long. I'm finna get up out of here right now. And like I said at the beginning, I definitely appreciate all the views, the likes, the comments, the new subscribers. Like, I'm so appreciative, like, for real, family. And that's from, truly coming out, for real. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, thank you to all the high vibrational people. I keep every day hoping that the low vibrational people raise their vibration up, so we can all be on the same field and we can all raise even quicker and faster. So with that being said, peace to all my loyal subscribers, peace to the new subscribers, peace to the family, peace to all the friends. Y'all already know. I sing to the next song. Peace, peace, peace.